Welcome to Motivational Mondays. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today we're going to discuss how the bamboo tree has so many lessons to teach to us about growth. But before we start, you know the drill. Smash the like button, share, and do subscribe if you do find value in this presentation. So the bamboo tree, okay, what does it do and how does it grow? Now, I heard this many years ago, and today this lesson is so much more pertinent as I see myself and as I see some of my family members around me, and that perseverance and that patience that the bamboo tree teaches me have not been clearer as they are today. So what's the story about the bamboo tree? So if anybody has come across it, it's really very fascinating. The bamboo tree is, for 4 years, you've planted it, you've watered it, and you've taken care of it for 4 years. Year 1 does nothing, stays the same size. Year 2, again, another 365 days, you're watering this thing and it does nothing. Just smiles at you and just looks the same. Year 3, again, the same thing. Year 4, 4 years, you're planting this thing and you're watering it and it still hasn't grown an inch. Now finally, in year 5, it shoots up more than 90 feet to the point that it could even grow more than a meter a day. That is some tremendous leaps and bounds. I don't know if there's anything else in this world that grows that fast in that type of period. Now, what's the story with the bamboo tree? Okay, so here it goes. The bamboo tree is very specific on how it grows. The first 4 years, it's planting its roots, solidifying and fortifying its presence in the ground so that it could justify that huge growth of 90 feet above ground. So for 4 years, it seems to us like it's doing nothing because we only see the exposed part. We only see the part that's above the surface, but in truth, it's growing on a daily basis, but we're not seeing it. So the story of the bamboo tree is a lesson about perseverance and patience. And I can't even emphasize this enough. Now, I see my family members, my children, and myself coming to a stage in life, or a stage that they have actually starting to grow above ground. You know, there are things that we add value either to ourselves or to our children, and it takes time for that to actually fruit. Now, we'll see small changes and we'll see some patterns retracted. We'll see things that are not going to be, completely solidified, but then it happens just like that. One day, the kid changes. He goes from being completely obnoxious or completely, defaced from you or angry at you, and then completely another human being. And it happens so fast, but it doesn't, because the person has worked on themselves and has kind of changed inside underneath the surface. And then one day we just see that change and the person just grows like a flower. It just grows like a bamboo tree. And it is in everything we do in life. And I think that that is one of the biggest challenges of our generation, because we do live in such a instant gratification environment. Our culture is set on it. I mean, take something as simple as the phone today, that you're just pressing numbers on the screen and boom, you get a call. When I was growing up, come on, you used to have a rotary phone and you used to have to go to somebody's house to make that type of phone call. Now, I'm saying when I grew up, now take another generation before I grew up, I mean, it's that much more difficult. And take 100 years ago, the gratification of doing things were not so instant. Today, we turn on the light and it turns on. We turn on the car and it turns on and then takes us to wherever we want to go. In the olden days, I'm talking about 100 plus years ago, okay, when things were not as technologically advanced and we didn't have all these amenities that we have today, things were much more difficult, but people had much more patience, because they grew up in an environment that kind of facilitated that just by the reality of it. But today, we live in an environment, things don't take so much time, so we kind of assume about ourselves that we should just take a pill and we'll all be better. That all of a sudden we've taken a pill and we have self-confidence. all of a sudden we take a pill and we don't have depression on the negative side, right? And there are many things in life that you have to work through, and it takes time, and it takes perseverance, and it takes patience. And that is not a skill today that is easily attained. That is something we have to work towards in order for us to be able to reap the benefits after we've grown inside, to reap the benefits on the outside. And that is a lesson that we can take from the bamboo tree and instill in us today. If we do have a 5-year plan and stick to it and not kind of give up from week to week. I don't look at the end goal. Look at the process. Focus on the process. Don't focus at the end goal. The end goal will come. But if you focus every day on the process and just look at it as one day of success, one day of success, one day of success, you could then string those pearls together to your goal and to the outcome. But it's not about the goal and the outcome. It's about the process and focusing on the process. And the more you focus on the process, the more you'll care about the process, and the outcome will just be the icing on the cake. Thank you for joining us for Motivational Mondays. We'll see you here next week.